Hi, my name is Ashley Muscat, and today I will be giving a persuasive speech. The topic that I chose is not to eat out. And I'm not saying just not to eat out at a fast food restaurant. I'm saying not to eat out in general, whether it be a really fancy restaurant, your less expensive restaurants, your casual, your family, whatever it is. Don't eat out, guys. You are wasting a ton of money. You're eating very unhealthy foods, you're tempting yourself if you're on a diet, or you're overeating, and you're losing a lot of valuable family time. The number one thing that I want to talk about today is how much money we waste. When we go to a restaurant, we don't think about the fact that restaurants are striving to make money. That's their number one goal. They are in the business to make money, and that's exactly what it is. It's a business, and businesses don't, yes, they want to satisfy their customers, but they also have to make a profit. And if they're not making a profit, then the business doesn't exist and they can't satisfy their customers. So ultimately, their number one goal is to make money. So you're spending like a lot more than what it costs them to actually make the product itself. An example of this can actually be shown by the website sfgate.com. They gave a list of percentages that I'm about to read off to you now about the markups that we pay at restaurants. On average, fountain drinks are marked up 2,000%. Canned soda is marked up to 800%. Wine by the glass is 300 to 400%. Pasta dishes are 600 to 1,000%. Mixed green salad is up to 800%. And eggs are up to 500%. This means that you can make 3 to 4 meals at home that would cost you what it would be for one meal at a dine-in restaurant. You're essentially spending all of this extra money that you don't need to spend because you can make the same type of quality food in your own home. And in addition to that, you can also make sure that you're not eating unhealthy. It's actually been done in a study where it shows that people who are constantly going out are consuming at least an extra 200 calories per day, which is really bad if you think about it, because we're on a 2,000 calorie diet. You're already at that point by consuming an extra 200 calories per day, consuming 10% of your daily value. So that's outrageous when you think of it that way. That was said by Jennifer Newton. The journal Public Health Nutrition also provided a study that shows adults who are reported eating fast food consume not only more calories, but fat and salt, as well as less fruit, vegetables, and vitamin compared to those who don't eat out. The last fact that I want to provide to you that, just goes to show you exactly how unhealthy it is to be eating out was actually done by the American Cancer Society, and Chicago University as well. They discovered that eating at a table service restaurant was associated with a higher energy intake, with diners consuming an extra, on average, 200 calories, with a higher intake of saturated fat by 2.52 grams and salt by almost a little over 450 milligrams. You are essentially taking in a lot more than you should be. Like I said, if you look at your daily value percentages, you're hitting at least more than 10%. The other thing is, by eating unhealthy, you're also in a restaurant receiving a certain size portion, and a lot of the times that portion is way bigger than what you actually need to consume or would be consuming were you eating at home. When you eat out, you are not thinking about how much you're consuming. You're handed a plate, you're looking at how delicious it looks, because that's another thing that, restaurants are really good at. and then you're gonna eat it because it's in front of you and you're at a restaurant. So in a sense, you kind of feel obligated. I mean, who's gonna go out to eat with the family and not eat? So therefore, you're losing sight of your portion control and you're ending up eating way more than you intended to. And this could lead to an increase in weight, and if you're eating out all the time, you could even increase the obesity rates. The fourth of the 5 things that I wanted to talk about, that relate to eating out, is the reduction of temptation. When you eat out, you're now eating too much, you're eating very unhealthy, and you're tempting yourself, especially if you're on a diet. Now, this could be somebody who just wants to lose weight and is on a diet for that, or somebody who medically cannot afford to be going off of their diet. That considers people who are obese, diabetic, need to have gluten-free stuff, etc. There's so many different types and cases of people who need to be on a diet. But it's really restricted. You don't go to a lot of restaurants that have very, very healthy menu options. They may make it appear that way, but when it comes down to it, you break down the ingredients and it's not as healthy as you think. We go to eat out and we see things that are appealing to us. We forget about our restrictions. We tempt ourselves and we fall off track, which isn't only unhealthy, but can be dangerous if, like I said, you're in a situation where you can only eat certain foods or consume a certain amount of intake of calories or gluten or fat or whatever the case may be. But the last thing isn't so much focused on, how healthy or unhealthy it is or how much money it could be. It's just the fact that you can get a lot of quality time when you're not out in a public place. I mean, when we eat out, yeah, we're getting some family time, but we're not allowing ourselves as much as we think we are. I mean, by eating out, we're limited to how much we can talk about. I mean, when we're at a restaurant, you're not going to have a personal family discussion. You're going to wait until you get home to do that. So you're restricting yourself from being able to just openly ask, your partner, well, how was your day? What did you do? What went bad? You're restricted. Yeah, you can ask some of the basic stuff, but you're not getting the essentials. You're not getting that one-on-one quality, quiet, surrounding comfort of your home. And, even sometimes you may feel embarrassed or like you have to refrain from saying something. But not even that. A lot of the times when we eat out, we're finding that, yeah, we're listening to whatever it is that we're discussing at the table, but we're also finding ourselves distracted. I mean, a lot of the times your server's going to come in and check on you. They're going to interrupt whatever it is that you were saying, whatever discussion you were having, and that's a big thing. You're getting distracted. But in conclusion, while eating out can be enjoyable and the food may taste good, it's not the best option. Instead, we need to be eating at home. In doing so, we're avoiding wasting money, we're able to eat healthier, control our portions, reduce temptations from dietary or health restrictions, and spend more time with our loved ones. It's important to remember that sometimes the easiest decision, eating out in this case, is not the best one. Make the right choice, guys. Eat in more. Thank you, and hope that this was kind of insightful for you guys.